So, it all started about 3 years ago when I moved to Oklahoma and picked up this little sweet fella right here. Oh, come say hello to everybody, Papa. Yeah. This is Ace. Ace was 1 year old when I first got him, and he was on kibble, just like every other dog on the planet, because it's cheap and it's convenient. Fast forward, and I've been feeding Ace kibble for 2 years, so for 3 years of his life, he's been fed kibble. And this particular week, it would seem like he would eat his dinner in the evenings. He'd eat nothing all day, because what I would do is I would set his food down for the day, and then he would normally just kind of eat at it every once in a while, right? And then he'd eat more of it right before we go to bed, and then he'd jump in bed and go to sleep. But this particular week, when he was eating his dinner in the evening, it almost seemed like he jumped down to his bowl and he just had like a look of disgust on his face, like a disappointment, if you will. And I don't expect you folks out there that are not parents of fur babies to understand that. Maybe you do. But he just had that look like, Daddy, I'm going to eat this because it's the only thing I have to eat. But I really don't like it. And that just kind of spurred me to do something simple like, what else can I feed my dog besides dog food? Because he seems like he was getting bored with it. And so I ran across, I don't know how I came across raw food. I think I was looking to see if I could feed him like raw meat, because I've heard people were giving their dogs raw chicken and raw stuff, and I didn't know what the story was behind that. So eventually I ran across a YouTuber by the name of Peter Kane Dog Training. I believe that's what it is. And I'll put a link to his channel below. For some reason, he stood out to me as someone who was knowledgeable in the area of raw diet for your dogs. He had dogs, cats, ravens. He also used to be a vet tech. So he has a few videos about his disagreements with the way that vets work. And we'll get into that in another video. But he spoke actually rather extensively on raw diet, what it was, and what the basics of it is. As I watched more of his videos, I did a little bit of research and kind of confirmed what he was saying was true. Watched a little bit more of his videos, confirmed. Watched the videos, confirmed. And then he started to be someone that, I could pay attention to. So I started off real simple with giving him the base, which is chicken leg quarters. And he must have been fed chicken leg quarters for a good month before I started to add in other types of meats that I researched and verified that I could actually feed him safely raw. And I will tell you that his attitude, his energy, just everything about him was better. The things that people tell you that your dog receives once he's placed on a raw diet is absolutely true. Ace was a lot more energetic. His fur became a lot softer. His nails grew more. His skin was better. His breath does not stink anymore. And I can tell you for 3 years, 2 or 3 years, his breath stank. And it was because of that kibble. When I put him on raw diet, bad breath went away. Raw diet is good for his teeth. The raw bones that he chews, it cleans his teeth while he's eating it. As of this video, he's been on raw diet for about a year. And he is doing very, very well. He no longer plays with his food anymore. When I put his food on the floor, he goes right after it. When he was on kibble, he would just play with it, mouth it, roll it around on the floor, nose it. Just keys that he didn't really want to eat it, and he wasn't really happy about eating it. With his raw diet, he just tears it up. He loves it. Now, there's going to be a series of other videos that I'm going to try to make also. My personal experience in raw diet. I want you guys to understand that there's a lot of trial and error with raw diet. There's some basics that everybody should start out at if you already have an adult dog. It's a little different scenario if you have a puppy. Now, I've never had a puppy on raw diet, so any information I give you guys about that would be from my research. And I'm not going to try to give you something about this topic that I have not experienced myself. There is no way on this planet I would ever put him back on kibble. But that's my story real quick, and I just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of where I come from. Everybody has their own story about how they came about to put their little furry loved one on raw diet. This is my story. If you guys have a story about how you came about doing it, put your story down in the description below. I'd love to hear about it. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, and we'll see you next time. It's your boy, Camomeleon. It's your